Who took my Powerade out of the fridge?
Just give me a bump. I'll be back.
Are we still live on?
It's the Vault Studio NFL Podcast. And now it's on. It's the Vault Studio NFL Podcast. Get ready! It's the Vault Studio NFL Podcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Vault Studio NFL Podcast. I'm your host, J.A. I'm joined by the Persian Prince on the couch to the left.
There it is, ladies.
The big fella, George,
Fellas.
and by Quadzilla, Scotty, Too Hottie McGuinness. If you don't know why he's called that, look it up on, he doesn't have social media, so he can't.
Yeah.
Suckers.
Suckers.
Shout out, get onto our socials, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and shout out to the people on TikTok Live. They've probably all heard my spiel from before when the intro wasn't working very well. So thanks for tuning in. Give us a follow on all of us. It goes a long way to help us. We've got some goals we're trying to meet, so it means nothing to you, and it means the world to us if you can just give us a subscription, give us a click, give us a follow. Anything you can do, it helps us a lot. So if you can do that, awesome. And shout out to our sponsors, the Sporting Globe Churnside Park. On the screen right now, Super Bowl tickets will be there for Super Bowl. So scan it, buy it, and shout out to Dave and Eloise down at the Sporting Globe Churnside Park for their support this season. And now I can lead into our rule for this episode. That now we're not mentioning the Super Bowl. This isn't our Super Bowl preview. That'll be Thursday night Australian time. So we'll do a big Super Bowl preview, but we wanted to get in because there's a lot of news that we knew we wouldn't be able to hit on the Super Bowl show because that's all about the Super Bowl. And we wanted to discuss a few points that has gone on the last couple of days.
Plenty to
Some
talk
coaching carousel, some Hall of Fame stuff. Tommy's done some God work on the graphics.
Pro Bowl stuff. There's plenty of stuff going on.
Pro Bowl's elite. Don't scoff.
Remember when we did that Pro Bowl show and we had to pretend that we were excited about it?
No, we were, and then all the alternates come.
No.
Can
We weren't.
Can we start with the Pro Bowl stuff, Tommy? Because I think that's the best way to start. Because,
Yeah, sure.
We're coming in hot. Let's go.
Because
What a waste of time for everyone involved.
Because I think and this is where, this is the catalyst of it that started all this, is that Shedeur Sanders was named to the Pro Bowl as a replacement. Just so everyone knows, he's had 56% completion this season, 1,400 yards, and he's thrown 7 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. He does have a rushing touchdown. But
that was in 6 games or whatever he played.
yeah, this is the way, and I don't want this to become a shitting on Shedeur Sanders. This is just the example of this is what's wrong with Pro Bowl, right? And I think, Scotty, you said pre-show you were talking about Sean Merriman, the hitman,
Yes.
the Chargers outside linebacker from back in the day. What did he have to say about it?
Well, basically, when he got voted to the Pro Bowl, and I don't know how many he went to. I don't think it was too many. But he said that it was an honor to take the field with some of the all-time greats. And then he got his helmet signed by all these all-time greats. And they all shared the field together, and that's what it was meant to be. And now we're getting Shedeur Sanders and Jalen Hurts out there. And they're...
Hey, that's Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts.
And
That's
there's
fair.
the first one.
That's fair. You brought him up. You didn't have to.
Yeah,
And
I didn't
Jared
say the
Goff's
word,
taken
though.
over for Matthew Stafford as well, who I think is...
Hey, Jared Goff played in a Super Bowl, mate. He's no slouch.
I'm not
Goff's-
saying he's a
There's
slouch.
2 for
I'm
George.
just... Yeah.
Joe Goff's a very good player. He's deserving of a Pro Bowl. But this is the problem. It gets down to the point where so Joe Flacco has also made the Pro Bowl. It's his first Pro Bowl ever, which is actually wild to me. That's a guy who got traded during the season to another team from the Browns. There's Tyler Huntley also has made the Pro Bowl as a replacement and declined it, rightfully. And
Wait, is that because of the backlash he got last time he accepted
potentially,
it?
but that's 3 Cleveland Brown quarterbacks that have been Pro Bowlers this year.
Well, maybe they had a really good quarterback room and we just didn't know.
Obviously, explain it to
we're
the
the idiots.
Maybe explain it to the people why they do this.
So what
Some
happens with the
people
Pro
might
Bowl,
not
right?
understand.
They select an initial team. And I believe most of the time, the initial team, there's a few outliers that you're like, oh, someone missed out, someone didn't. But for the majority of it, they get it pretty right? There's a lot of good players.
More or less. There's always going to be a guy that can be debated to be in the Pro Bowl or All-Pro.
Yep.
And there's always a really good player who a lot
a
of
bit
people
stiff to
think
miss
should
out,
be
yeah.
in the Pro Bowl or All-Pro that misses out. It's just the
100%.
reality of the positions.
Well, I think it's just overall says there's a lot of talent in the league. So,
Yeah.
it can
Yeah.
get hard to pick, who you want.
Yeah, it's a competitive league, right? So then what happens with the Pro Bowl is you don't have to attend it. You can decline it, Also, if you're injured, you won't play in it. Like, obviously, Josh Allen isn't going to play in it this year because he's having ankle surgery.
He's already had foot surgery.
Yeah, because his ankle was broken, apparently. And so then they start naming alternates. And then what happens is that some alternates, again, the next guy might be injured, so he doesn't accept it. The Super Bowl quarterbacks, they don't play in it because obviously they're playing in a Super Bowl.
Oh
So
my God, there's 4.
It just funnels down to the point where you get to like 14 or 15 quarterbacks in a conference. And it's the AFC this year. It was the NFC a few years ago. And then, guys, this is how a guy like Shedeur Sanders ends up as a Pro Bowler. It's not that he's necessarily deserving of it from his play. It's just that there's no one left.
Like, let's be honest, he's not.
He's not. Like, he wouldn't have got an All-Pro vote. Like, nowhere near it. So
He wouldn't even get an all-rookie team vote.
no, like I think Shook would be the All-Rookie quarterback.
Or
if you
Dart.
ask. Or Dart. Yeah, that's what I mean. So this is how it works.
Oh, actually, Ryan Clark would probably vote for him.
Ryan Clark, the ultimate hater. But that's what I mean. Like, so this is how it happens. And this isn't a shit on Shedeur segment. It's just, this is why if you invested in football and you like football a lot and you follow it a lot, while the Pro Bowl becomes a bit of a joke to you. Because we're down to the 15th quarterback in the AFC. So, spoiler alert, there's only 16 of them that are actually starting in the AFC. So,
Who's
you're
worse
down to
than Shedeur? Who's the one missing out?
probably Dylan Gabriel. It's probably Shedeur declines, it's probably Dylan Gabriel. That's how grim it gets. So, this is why it happens, and this is why the Pro Bowl just becomes a bit of a joke.
Oh, it's an absolute joke. And the format for the game has been a joke for 10 plus years. It was that bad of a joke that they made it touch football, which obviously anyone who watches football and is aware of the Pro Bowl isn't going to tune into a game of flag.
No.
And that's probably, like, to the flip side of that, it's probably to get more engagement with the younger fans.
That's what it's driven for.
Yeah, and I understand all of that, but you know what they need to do? Just scrap everything. Give me like an accuracy, a QB accuracy thing, like the best catch and who can throw the ball the furthest, and that's it. Just make it like.
Well, that's what leads into my question on this segment. How do they fix it? Because it's clear that the product itself has become completely diluted just with the level of talent of people that are there.
Fair.
Like you can't. I like Shedeur as a kid, and I think he's got potential to be a solid player. I don't think he can be a star, but he's got the potential to be a solid player in the NFL.
Yeah.
But he's not a Pro Bowl caliber player. Like, so the talent pool is completely diluted. The game itself, like you said, the format, it's touch football, like or flag football. No one wants to watch that shit. Like, and I kind of get it from
What
both.
about the O-linemen that get selected? What do they do?
Yeah, that's what I get it from both sides. Like, it's been
Just
a
be
long
like
season.
training
The
at the
guys
Rangers.
are beat up. They're tired. They don't want to go out there and hit. Like, I get it, but the fans don't want to see this. So how do they fix it?
No, I think that's where you're wrong. The numbers show that it doesn't matter. And this is the whole point of it, right? When they used to play proper games, and back in like the early 2000s,
Oh, it was a proper game.
they played not as hard as they would all the time. Some took it more seriously, but for the majority, they played hard. The players wanted to go. It was an honor to go. There was a lot of incentives based in their rosters for
contracts,
it, in their contracts for it, all that sort of stuff, which is still there. And I don't know, like, if you get selected but decline it, do you still get that incentive?
That's
I don't know how it all
interesting that you
works.
bring that up. Does Shedeur trigger some sort of Pro Bowl
Nah,
clause?
rookie contracts wouldn't have any.
Okay.
Maybe there's a bonus. I don't know. Maybe there's a set-in bonus if you're a Pro Bowler.
All
I'm
right,
not sure.
who's an absolute spud on their second contract that's in the Pro Bowl that doesn't deserve to be there? Like, can we quickly pull the list up and pick a name?
There'd be plenty.
Does that person now get a $500,000 bump?
Probably.
That is bullshit.
That's how it works, though.
No, but good on the player for getting their cash. But like, come on.
But that's how it operates.
There's plenty of money there, mate. So like,
There's some good names here. Like you could argue, like Callum Bullock from the Texans. I'm not saying that he's not a good player, but he's taken over from Jalen Ramsey. Like,
I'm going to say...
Bullock was almost all pro.
I'm not saying that
He was pretty good.
I don't
he's
actually
not
know
as
who
good,
Bullock
but
yeah,
What?
like he's a good player, but like,
He's really good.
Fine.
but someone like T Higgins is taken in the alternate of Zay Flowers, and you could almost argue that
How does Zay Flowers get in?
Yeah, well, he had 1,000 seasons. Only like 10 of them. Remember that. But this is the whole point. This is why Pro Bowl becomes... It weathers you down. It's just... And over the years, I've just become less and less concerned by it.
My stance is and it's the same for All-Star Weekend for the NBA. No one gives a shit about the game. No one gives a shit about the whole weekend. The dunk contest is shit. I just want to see 3-point contests, and I just want to see who can throw the ball the furthest. And let's just bring in something like best catch. Like, if you can do a backflip and catch a ball, sick, you win.
The 90s and 2000s, just, because you mentioned the NBA, in the 90s and the 2000s, the All-Star game was taken very seriously.
It was, yes. Yeah.
But it's
Players
gone.
played hard.
It's dropped off now. 'cause
Do you know
they don't-
why it's dropped off in the NBA?
Millennials.
That and the good players stopped wanting to participate because there was no point.
But the good players don't even want to play 80 games in the NBA.
No, no,
and I don't blame them either.
No, and that's fair, but I think it's the same issue with the NFL. There's too much money involved for
The risk of injury kind of thing?
the
Is that what
risk
you're
of
saying? Yeah, okay.
injury, the
Yeah, that's
risk
kinda
of a
what I was saying.
concussion. The NFL don't want Dak Prescott getting a broken leg in the
Yeah,
Pro
no,
Bowl.
exactly. That's a very
and
good point.
and the Cowboys don't want that either, but
I
Yeah.
would say it's probably less likely an injury thing, and it's probably a more likely now that all the superstars at OTAs, the season starts earlier for them
Yep.
all.
It's a long year too.
Yeah, and the downtime, like once you're eliminated, like you probably get like only 3 to 4 months to spend with your
Like,
family.
If,
Like,
if you're Stafford, right, who was the starter for the Pro Bowl, who's now pulled out and Goff got in,
Hmm.
and he loses last week, do you think he wants to go to Pro Bowl?
no.
No shit. No
Like,
way.
he's just played one of the toughest games he'll ever play, balled out and lost.
Hmm.
You think he wants to pony up and be like, I'm going to go and play
And he's
Pro
going to
Bowl?
go there and be like, "Hey, are you retiring next year? Shut the fuck up."
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I agree. I don't know what the fix is. The bottom line is that people tune in. And it puts numbers on the board. And that's
People
all
are
it
going to
does.
watch because it's football. People are just going to watch.
Yeah.
I reckon they
And
should
there's
just do
nothing
like a
else.
celebrity game and like bring back.
Oh, can you imagine a full contact celebrity game?
Guys would die. People would die.
No, that's
You couldn't do it.
That's ridiculously dumb.
They have a
No way
Legends
could do that.
game or something similar, don't they? Like a Senior Bowl? Don't they have something
Nah,
like
Senior
that?
Bowl's
Senior
for
Bowl's
college.
college. That's for all the
There's like
seniors
an
in
East
college.
West shrine. There's a
Very,
shrine
very
game.
important Senior Bowl for a lot of kids.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
how they
A
get
lot of
noticed.
kids go up the draft.
But I think it'd be
if
really.
we did a Senior Bowl bit, I'll be in my element. With Senior Bowl and the shrine game. Phew.
But that could bring someone back if you had like Tom Brady throwing to Jerry Rice, like in
Oh, yeah, I
flag.
see.
Yeah, that's what I mean in senior. Like you
Ex-players.
you give ex players, you give I don't know Dan Marino like $2 million to come down and throw balls to wide receivers that he never got the chance to throw the ball to. You watch that.
Yes, I would for sure. But I just don't think they'll ever do it because instead we get to watch Shedeur Sanders.
In fairness to Shedeur Sanders, what was he in jersey sales? Like top 5 or something?
I think he was, yeah.
Top
But
10.
This isn't a
so. He's a
discredit to him.
popular. We don't rate him. George loves him. But he's a popular.
You do love him.
You fucking love him.
You're a big frother of Shedeur Sanders.
As I said, I think he's a good kid and he's got the potential to be a solid
I think he's
player.
actually a shit human.
Now,
No, I think he's earned some chocolates back for me, Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, but Scotty, you're the sort of person that you see 1 8-second clip and you immediately make your. Make
I
a
don't
decision
need to
of
see
it.
1 8-second
You
clip.
make a decision, right, and then no matter what information is brought to your face, you refuse.
you
to
are
change
you
your
are a
view.
hill to die on operator.
You refuse to change your view.
You
So,
cannot deny
like,
that.
your-
You're doing it
your-
right now, but not accepting that you're a hill to die on operator.
Your views and your points of views are basically irrelevant.
He
Because
hasn't
they're-
done anything to change my
They're
point of view.
They're made up of 2 seconds worth of footage. Yes, he has. Of course, he has. He's done plenty.
No, he hasn't.
Oh, we're not getting into this because this is not a Shedeur segment. Please move on.
No, we'll say that for the off season.
Yeah.
There'll be plenty of
It'll
time.
be his last one.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to what's next, Tommy. What do you want to go to next?
should we go to the big story of the week?
Yeah, let's go to Bill Belichick because there's a lot of polarizing decisions on this. So Bill Belichick misses out on being a first ballot Hall of Famer. He didn't even get a nomination to be a Hall of Famer this year.
So just again for the people, normally you got to be retired 5 years to
Yep.
be up for eligibility for the Hall of Fame, but then they changed the rules so you
No,
only
coaches.
Coaches can be quicker.
Coaches can be quicker. I think it used to be 3 years for coaches.
Yeah, that
And
would
then
add
they
up.
changed it now to 1 year.
Yeah.
So basically, like after 1 year, you're eligible for the Hall of Fame. You need 40 of 50 votes. There's 50 voters. You need 40 votes to get into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And he didn't. He fell short of the 40
I think
votes.
he got 38 or something like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
So it's
So
something like 4 people didn't vote for him.
No.
11 people didn't vote for him.
Yeah.
I don't think there's 50 voters.
Yeah.
There's 50. There's 50
So-
so each person gets a vote. So
Now-
there's 11 or 12 people didn't vote for him.
From
So-
what I've seen from the media releasing is that apparently in the room when the discussion came up, there was a party and they won't release who it was, but Bill Polian, we know it's you.
No, it wasn't him.
No, he also, when they asked him, did you vote for Bill Belichick, he said, oh, I think I did. I can't really remember now.
No, but he came out and he said that he got his vote back from the committee, and he said that he voted for Belichick.
No, he said he couldn't remember if you did or not. I think I did.
No. After that, he said that. Anyway, it's weird. You know who you'd vote for, but
Yes, correct.
I see this both ways. Like, I can see that. I think there was three players that are deserving to be in the conversation in the Hall of Fame discussion. That it was their last year of eligibility. Obviously, Belichick's going to get in.
Yes, for sure.
And I think that they take the Deflategate, the sign stealing, the numerous crosses against his name seriously, because it's such a prestige thing.
Yeah,
and they've enforced that in a way for him to wait 1 year.
I just if you look at this factually, right? He in his 30 years in the NFL, he's won 8 Super Bowls as a head coach
And
assistant
DC
coach.
for the Giants, yeah, he won 2 there.
So, how can you have a guy that's winning almost a third of the Super Bowl and played in 11? So he's won 8 and played in 11 of them. So he's played in a third of the Super Bowls in his coaching era, which is, and this is where this American culture of Super Bowl shit me, because they drum down your throat. Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. You haven't won one. You haven't won one. You got to win one. You got to win one. Josh Allen's a bum. He's overrated because he hasn't won one, right? And
Lamar cops that too.
and Lamar, yeah, and these guys cop it, right? But then when a guy who's won the most of them, they're like, oh no, he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer because he stole some signs once.
Definitely complexing.
It's bizarre to me.
Yeah.
Pick some consistency. No wonder the refs can't get it right. The NFL, the NFL world can't get it right. There is no one more deserving of a first ballot Hall of Famer when you look at the factual numbers of his coaching career. He's the second most winning coach ever. He's won the most Super Bowls ever. He's been to the most ever. I don't know what more you want from a coach. It feels spiteful and it feels stupid to me.
So
it
it's
ridiculous.
tarnishes the Hall of
there's,
Fame.
there's two sides to this. If we're talking just purely on merit, if this is a merit-based award or honor, the fact that it even went to a vote is ridiculous.
I agree.
It shouldn't even go to a vote. It should be almost automatic. If we're just talking based
Unanimous.
on merit,
Yep.
right? So just be like, here's your gold jacket. We're sending it to you in the mail. Don't even bother.
Yep.
50 people, let's move on to the next person because we're not even wasting our time discussing about his merit. The problem is that over the course of 30 years, Billy Boy has done a lot of things to piss a lot of people off.
Fair.
He is a crusty, old, grumpy piece of shit, curmudgeon cunt. Every single person that has dealt with him at some point in his coaching career has a bad thing to say about him.
No, that's not true.
Bullshit. No, it's true. Like I'm talking about not outside of New England. I'm talking
No,
about.
but even the media don't have an issue with him because he still gives them time.
He
still answers their
all the
questions.
The media don't like it.
A lot of
absolutely
winners,
hates
though,
him.
have that tarred with that brush. A lot of people say Kobe Bryant was a dick. A lot of people say Michael Jordan was a dick.
Yeah, well,
but
because they were. But that's fine.
but that's what you got to do to win, unfortunately.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm just saying these are the facts.
Yeah.
The facts are he's a complete and utter dick. And the other fact that people need to swallow is that he's a cheater. He is a cheat. Up and down, left and right, back to front, cheat. Any single thing that he could do to get an advantage, he did. He got caught. He got paid. He paid his penance, whatever he have to do. And at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, if you take all that into consideration, the fact that he's a cheat alone means he should not be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Do you think it's merit that he shouldn't have got in?
No.
No.
Like if we're just talking about his coaching ability,
Yeah.
he won. He's rubber stamp guaranteed. He's got to get in.
If you talk about his coaching ability, and anyone could argue he's a top 3 coach with Madden, Parcells, and Belichick. You can
Do you want some stats on Belichick?
Yeah.
anyone in
Sorry,
anyone.
Tommy, just to finish my point.
No, you go for it. Yeah.
Like, yeah, Scotty's 100% right. Like, if we're comparing him to other people, there's no comparison. The guy's at the top of the list. He's had I think I read through the week that he's had 18 or 20 top 10 defenses in the time that he's coaching. Ridiculous stats, which we'll get to in a minute. But it doesn't take away from the fact that he's a complete piece of shit of a bloke, terrible human being, terrible to the media, terrible to his players, completely cutthroat with his players, and he's a cheat. Like, sorry, that's got to come into consideration when you're factoring in the vote. And all this business has happened after he left New England. All this Jordan shit and all this other shit that's been going on. That's got to factor into it as well. The guy looks like a complete fucking tool.
I hope that she's on the stage with him when he gets his gold jacket. Fuck that.
Like, I know that's an unpopular opinion, but sorry, the guy's a cheat. He does not deserve to get in on. But me personally, if it was up to me and me only, if you are found guilty of cheating, you do not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
Talk to Pete Rose.
At all. You don't deserve to be in there. You're a fucking cheat. That's it. You cheated.
On the other side.
And same with Tom Brady. Tom Brady cheated. He does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
No, he accidentally broke his phone.
Tom Brady goes around playing this nice guy act. Oh, look at me. I got my Botox and, I fixed up my fucking hair and my teeth and, I missed a cool nice guy now. No.
He's a handsome guy.
Fine. But he cheated. He is a cheat. And as far as I'm concerned, if you cheat, you cannot then tell me with a straight face that you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry.
I don't disagree with you at all. A lot of what you said is very accurate, right? But if we're going to start using personal things why they don't get in the Hall of Fame, there's a lot of dudes that get in the Hall of Fame.
Wayne Carey enters the chat.
Yeah, there's there are a lot of piece of shits in this league.
The whole point of it is it's meant to be prestigious.
Terrell Owens didn't go first ballot Hall of Fame because of what happened in Philly, right? Because he was a bit of a dick, yeah?
Not a bit of a dick. He was a massive dick.
He was a dick most of his career.
Also,
so when
would have won a Super Bowl MVP with a broken leg. So
yes, so when do we start making the Hall of Fame a personal prerequisite and not a factual statistical ability prerequisite? Because that's the problem.
Fine. Let's say that I agree with you on the ability point, which I do.
Yeah.
My point is that he's paying penance now by not getting in the Hall of Fame because he cheated. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is.
I think that's what it is too.
Yeah. And to take it 2 steps further, he should not be allowed in at all purely because he cheated.
I don't think that.
You can't have people that have been found guilty of cheating in the sport then be elevated to essentially the highest honour that the sport can give, which is putting you in the Hall of Fame.
They would argue that it's a grey area, the cheating, right? That's what they would argue. I don't argue it. They cheated. But there's a lot of grey area.
Where's the grey area?
Well,
he got found guilty of filming teams' practices and stealing signals.
You're not wrong,
where's
George.
Where's the grey area?
Because there's a history of sporting people that aren't in Hall of Fame. You've got the greatest baseballer ever, Barry Bonds.
Yep.
The greatest hitter ever in the baseball is Pete Rose. He never got into the Hall of Fame.
And he gambled. He wasn't even juicing.
He gambled on his team to win.
Yeah.
So it's not like... So I get the argument there, but I think sometimes you can have someone who has a career so excellent that it almost overshadows the wrongdoing.
Yeah, look, I understand your point, but for me, I would prefer someone to call me every name under the sun than call me a cheat. To me, cheating in sport,
we've tried.
You have. You still haven't succeeded. I take a licking, but keep on ticking. Don't worry about that. To me, cheating, actively, knowingly cheating, is the worst thing you can do.
I do agree with what you're saying. I've got 2 things. The history of the NFL deserves to have Bill Belichick in it.
Yep.
And then secondly, I'm sure that every team is pushing that grey area. It's just that they didn't have the success that the Patriots had at the time, so no one gives a shit. Atlanta were pumping in
fake crowd noise when the other team were on offense
for so long, and you know what they got because of their fucking shit? Like, what do they have? A 6th-round draft pick revoked and a couple of $1 million fine.
But what did Tom Brady get? He got a 4-game suspension. Big fucking whoop.
I think he got his 4-game suspension. I think that was for PED. No, it was for destroying the phone. It was Edelman that got the PED suspension.
Yeah.
Either way,
my point is that
the league's laced with it, and if you start deciding guys not on their merit for these sorts of awards, I think you're opening up a big grey area, and there's a lot of do you want to discuss Warren Sapp?
Well, do you want to go into some more grey area who also got snubbed this year as well?
Oh, go on, Tony.
Who is Eli Manning? So someone who didn't do anything wrong, and
didn't do a lot right, in fairness.
No, but I was talking to Scotty before. He is a 2-time Super Bowl MVP against the said Patriots that we're talking about.
Yep.
He is the all-time leader in passing, touchdowns, and
yards,
completions and yards for the Giants. And he's also a top 10 in all of those in the league. So if you stack up a resume without the name, you would say, yeah, he probably deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
No, I see it. I think they got that right. I think Eli Manning will be a Hall of Famer.
I don't think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, but
Yeah.
I think this is the other side of the coin to the Belichick argument of someone who did everything right in their career and
Pretty
still,
squeaky clean guy,
Yeah,
Eli Manning.
To be fair, while we're discussing this, if Eli Manning was a first ballot Hall of Famer and Bill Belichick wasn't, I think that I'd just give up on the sport.
You give up on the Hall of Fame, you mean?
No, I think the whole sport. I think.
That's a ridiculous statement.
You would
How
definitely
can you have one of the whoever you think the best coach in history is? He's in the top 3. Anyone would argue.
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
but Scott, you've been missing the point of what I've been saying for the last 6
No,
minutes.
no.
You guys are cheap, mate.
I know. I heard it. But what I'm saying is if they got Eli Manning in as a first ballot Hall of Famer and they didn't put Bill Belichick in, I don't think I could watch the sport
because again,
anymore.
it goes against the whole theory of Super Bowls are the ultimate, right? So
Yeah.
if Eli Manning gets in because of his Super Bowl, because you have to understand with the records that Eli Manning holds for the Giants, I'm not tarnishing them. He was a very good quarterback for a long time, but he also played in the passing era, right, where the league completely changed and the yards went through the roof. It was 2013 when Tom Brady threw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. That was when it flipped,
Peyton
right?
Manning, yeah.
Yeah, it
Drew
all
Brees.
flipped and the passing yards became through the roof, right? Because they changed some rules to make it happen, right? Which I don't think is a bad thing. It's terrific. But Eli Manning's got all those records because of that. Not
So does that mean
because-
Drew Brees cannot be a first ballot Hall
Drew
of
Brees
Famer?
No,
is
because
a different
Drew
caliber
Brees
of-
was the best quarterback the Saints ever had.
I understand
There'd
that.
be plenty of guys that would argue that Eli Manning made the playoffs twice in his
Yeah, but
career.
if you put up their resumes and numbers, there wouldn't be that much different.
No, that's fair. Well,
And
no,
it-
Drew
and how
Brees
we
is
always talk
Drew
about-
Brees, I think he's first all time in passing yards and touchdowns, or he was until
No,
Brady
it's
broke it.
It's Brady for sure.
Brady,
But we
yeah.
also talk about how you just said 5 minutes ago about the Josh Allen discussion of, he hasn't got to a Super Bowl, he's shit. This guy got there twice and beat the best team of all time
But
twice.
in fairness, and this is where we're going to be splitting hairs, they didn't get there for their offensive game. They got
No.
there because they rode the best defense.
I know it's weird. I'm dying on an Eli Manning hill, but I just think it's just a weird sort of criteria. Like you can say that the Hall of Fame's strictly stat based. A lot of
But
guys,
it isn't. Your point's very valid, Tom.
and then we argue that Bill Belichick doesn't get in on character, and then you got a guy who has a
Zero
perfect-
character issues.
Yeah. And then who also you could argue has a good enough resume to have that discussion put up there. So it's just a weird
This is
one
what
go.
this is what you're going to have though when you have a group of people voting on something,
Yeah.
right? You're going to have this discourse.
It's very subjective.
Obviously, there was 11 or 12, whatever the number was, people in the room when they talked about Belichick that thought the same as you.
Yeah.
And that group went, no, we feel this way, and that's why we're voting it. And obviously, when the Eli Manning one came up, it was, well, he won 2 Super Bowls. He was lucky's a harsh word, but
It's good, not great.
yeah,
kind of
he was.
thing,
He
yeah.
made a couple of unreal plays. But like, if David Tyree Cash doesn't happen, Eli Manning's not winning one.
You can say that for every Super Bowl.
100%. There's always
Every
we've
Super
talked
Bowl.
about how paper thin the margins
Yeah.
are in the NFL, right? But they
Damn
just
it,
they
I just said it twice.
contradict themselves. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Super Bowl thing. Oh, I said it
Nah,
again.
that doesn't count.
But that's what I mean. It's just it's just
So,
it's lack of
Just to
consistency.
put a bot, do you guys think you should have got in first ballot?
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't think more. I couldn't agree more.
Just to put a button on
I'll
it, we can have a
happily
look.
die on that hill. That's
We can have a look at the finalists that are actually left for the Hall of Fame this year. And just for everyone on TikTok, we'll just quickly run through them. So Manning and Belichick have been knocked out of the finals race. There are a couple of others, but they're guys from like 1950s and guys who
I
I've
want to touch on that in a minute. too.
never heard. But you can only get between 5 and 8 is what they let in every year. So looking at this, you've got Drew Brees, who we just spoke about, Larry Fitzgerald, who people reckon are unanimous first ballot Hall of
They
Famers.
should
Absolutely.
be. If they're not, it's actually it's a
Disservice to the whole
disservice to the
thing.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and if you look up if you're watching the show on YouTube, I've put these in order of what the article for the Hall of Fame finalists came up with in order of sort of likability of them going in this year. And you've got Frank Gore, Luke Kuechly, who is his second year. You could argue that he probably should get in.
Yeah.
With this class, I think he is one of the better players. Willie Anderson,
Jari Evans.
Jari Evans,
Yep.
Torrey Holt, who they think is probably going to
Torrey
get
Holt's
in.
a disgrace. He's not in there.
Yeah, 100%.
Terrell Suggs, I think we'll probably have to wait another
Sizzle
year.
will probably have to wait, yeah.
Yep.
Adam Vinatieri, we were talking before the show. He's probably the best kicker of all time. So
Yep.
He leads. He's got the record for points, doesn't he?
I believe so.
yeah. Reggie Wayne, I reckon, is probably close this year as well. Kevin Williams might miss out. Jason Witten,
He'll get in.
He'll get in. I don't know if he will get in this year.
No, you won't get in this year with the class around.
Yeah, correct. Darren Woodson, Marshall Yander.
Oh, yeah,
Woodson, they reckon, will probably get in because it's one of his last chances
years
to
of
get in.
eligibility. Yeah.
And then same with Ken Anderson, Roger Craig from the 49ers, LC Greenwood, and Robert Kraft still available. So I think he'll probably go in as well.
Well, I think Robert Kraft's the only owner up there, so he gets his own sort of.
Well, he's the same as the Belichick thing. They go in a different criteria to
Yeah.
the players.
Yeah,
so
it's,
someone has to go in from that criteria, and they think it's going to be Robert Kraft.
Isn't it shocking that Robert Kraft's going to make it as the owner, and he's going to make it for hiring Bill Belichick?
Yeah, but
Like
it's crazy that next year Tom Brady's eligible.
think
so
Brady's eligible
Brady
next
and
year.
Belichick could be in the Hall of Fame the same year, which
Well,
is
they will.
another
Brady's
thing.
the
So.
first ballot. Hall of Fame.
It'd be an awkward. I don't think it'll
Hey,
end that well.
just a couple of cheats up there, getting their yellow jackets,
No, there's some like
hugging each other, shaking
Reggie-
hands, going, "Hey, great job cheating, Billy."
Reggie
Wayne
Wayne not getting in there. Like he needs to be a Hall of Famer. He was such a good player.
Reggie Wayne was one of the best players to play with on Madden when I first started playing Madden.
Fair.
You just throw the ball up to him, he'd catch everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Reggie Wayne
think-
was a very good player.
Fitzgerald's definitely first ballot. Breeze definitely first ballot. Frank
I
Gore
think
definitely
Frank Gore will
deserves.
make it this
Yeah,
year. It might not be this year, but he will make it. I think he's third all time in rushing yards ever.
But I think Torrey Holt, I put the Rams logo behind him because you think of that sort of era of the St. Louis
Great show
Rams,
and turf,
and he is like,
I can't remember who else Torrey Hall played for. I only remember him as a Ram.
I think he played for
The Ravens?
yeah, I looked up. I think he played for the Raiders, and like he had 1 year of the 49ers or something like that. Like,
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of good players, and this is why it's a selective group, right? It should
And
be hard to get in.
And the Luke Kuechly one's hard because he was elite, but for such a short period of time.
Yeah, but Calvin Johnson made it, and he was elite for a short time too. He retired early as well.
To-
Very similar.
No, they're not, because Calvin Johnson completely changed the game. Luke Kuechly didn't. He was as
very
good as Bobby Wagner at the time.
Yeah, it's true. Patrick Willis.
Patrick Willis, yep. He probably just missed like the Briggs and the Urlacher time. So like in his era, there was a lot of other good linebackers, but Megatron was him and Antonio Brown, and that's it.
I personally think Megatron's the best receiver I've ever seen. Personally,
Yes, and I think a lot of people say that. That's why he went in so early.
You know what? Prime Julio Jones.
Julio Jones is very good
he's
too.
right up there, man.
And Julio
Prime
Jones will
Julio's really
probably, depending on the year, he'll probably be a first ballot. Julio
good.
Jones.
Yeah.
He might be next year.
Yeah, I think it'll be.
Anyway,
no, he played for the
that-
Eagles last year. He was on the Eagles
Yeah,
roster last year.
He actually was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
it's going to be a slim few years. So I reckon a few
It
of the
will.
fringe guys in the next couple of years, bar your Tom Brady and Phillip Rivers played again this year, so his
Yeah, he's
5
reset
years
it. Yep.
reset. So
Smart by him.
I think you'll find
Well,
that
he would have got in anyway.
a couple of those fringe Hall of Famer guys in the next few years will get in. So
Yeah, I think so too.
There's no quarterbacks coming up.
No, I think if it was between him and Drew Brees this year, Drew Brees
For a
would-
first
would-
ball.
yeah, would get him. Phil
Yes.
Rivers would make it no matter what.
Yes,
but
yeah,
I think
yeah.
hence
I think
how
he would've
Eli
missed it.
Manning will probably get in the next year or two because
Like Eli Manning to me is he should be a
deserves to
Hall
be
of
in there.
Famer.
Yeah.
But my only argument with him is that he's not first ballot, but his track record and he's a likable guy. Like I like
Yeah.
Eli Manning a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I almost like him more now that he's in media stuff because he's just such a dry.
They're
funny
gonna
guy.
they're gonna look back at Eli Manning the same way they look back at some of the running backs in the 70s and 80s. It's like, yeah, they were good for that time. Then you don't compare them to this time.
That's
and I
you've got
think
to take the error into account.
yeah, and I think that's why he'll get in.
Like
And
there's arguments that we'll never have enough.
like Terry Bradshaw had I think someone's gonna race me for this. I think he had like three games in his whole career for 300 yards.
yeah, it was just a different time. It was just a different game.
And people talk about him like he's a god. I mean, not this iteration that he's a blubbering idiot with a microphone in his face.
He also won 4 Super Bowls.
He was part of a team. He was like the
100%.
He was
That's the whole argument.
you know in like Pokemon how you got like evolutions.
No, I'm a grown man. I don't know about fucking Pokemon.
Like, Terry Bradshaw
he
was
only
like,
threw,
either. What are
he
you
only
talking
threw
about?
over 3,000 yards twice.
Terry Bradshaw was like the first evolution, and then it was like Trent Dilfer, and then now like Sam Darnold, I guess. George.
You're doing all the talking, bro, not me. You lost me as soon as you said Pokemon.
All right, should we jump on the carousel?
Yeah, forgot how
let's
old
go
you
to
are.
let's go to the coaching carousel.
All right.
So we've discussed John Harbaugh to the Giants, Stefanski to the Falcons. Who's the
Jeff Haley.
Jeff Haley?
That's a really good.
Haley.
Jeff
That's a
Haley
really
to the
good
Dolphins.
I liked it. Yeah.
Kevin Minter to the
Jesse
Ravens.
Minter.
Jesse Minter. Who's Kevin Minter?
I don't know.
Is that the old linebacker? I always get his name wrong. Kevin Minter's definitely a guy. Robert Saleh to the Titans. Mike McCarthy, who Tom's conveniently spread his outline.
He still didn't fit him all
He's
in.
still pushing it.
You know what's funny? That's an old photo. He's actually way fatter now.
Leave him alone. All right, let's
That's
start
true,
with
though.
Hey, we can't talk about size because probably the best coach in the NFL is Andy Reid.
Yeah.
He
He's
loves a burger.
And I'm telling you,
He's the best coach
he
ever, in
doesn't
my
want to
opinion.
get another coaching job because he'll need a full screen. He won't even fit in one of the boxes here.
Well, he deserves a full screen. He's the best ever. In my
Let's
opinion.
start with the Cleveland Browns, who hired Todd Monken as their head coach, the ex-Ravens OC.
Now, in classic Cleveland Brown style, they've completely fucked this up. From
Nah, they
players.
haven't. They're playing
they have.
4D chess here. No.
Okay, why?
I've heard.
With who there?
Who there?
We've got a double there.
No, because the Rams.
Another one.
Who?
No,
that
you
was-
just said it there. It's another one.
So like, is it Schillinghouse and there's another really really young coordinator that aren't quite ready yet. So they're
It was
doing
the Jags guy.
the Jags guy. Yep.
Udinsky, I think.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
that's
right.
right, yeah.
Yep. So they're getting their intel on their guys this year. The only thing that doesn't make sense is Munkin's contract is like set up for a full 5-year contract.
Because you have to. A coach is going to be like, oh, I'll take a 1-year contract. Be like,
Well,
oh,
look what happened with Carroll. He had a 3-year contract. We all knew it was
Yeah,
short term.
like-
And they're like, hey,
Yeah, it's what they do. Like
Yeah.
the 5-year contract, people are getting upset about the 5-year contract. It's a standard deal for a coach. It's a
Yeah.
5-year deal, and the owners know they're hiring them and know that you're basically saying, we're going to pay you for 5 years, even if you only last one.
Yeah.
Simple as that. If you last 2, great. If you last 3, things are going pretty well. If you last 4, you're going to be here for a while, I reckon.
yeah, well, LaFleur.
Yeah, creme or LaFleur.
So, and I think that Barry's a very switched on analytical GM.
Yep.
He actually is well respected. And like the Browns had a really good draft class as well. So it sort of aligns with what everyone's sort of
Well
saying.
respected. He's getting the head coaching candidates to do homework. Have you seen this? Have you seen
They
the
all-
shit he's had to
they all do stuff
They've
like
gotta
that.
They've got to go home and write essays. They've got to write a full fucking essay.
But they
on
all
why
do
they should be
that.
the head coach.
To coach the Cleveland Browns.
They
Give
all
it
do
a
that though.
Mate, they should have just promoted Schwartz. He was already in the building.
Apparently,
And now he's cracked the shits and he's left.
no, he hasn't left.
No, he's left, mate. He cleared out his
yeah,
office and
I
said,
think
"Bye
he's
to the
Schwartz has
players."
left now.
I
Yes,
think he's
mate.
gone.
Because the last time I heard was that they were going to make them co-head coaches.
No, because
Can we
what
pull this
happened
up,
was,
Tom?
I was listening to a podcast. I think it was on Rich Eisen. He was talking about it. That they basically were like stringing him along the whole time throughout the process, saying, "Oh no, we really want you. We just got to we got to interview a few people, but we're going to give it to you," kind of wink, wink thing.
Yeah.
And then they go and give it to Munkin, who's I don't even know why they gave it to him. And Schwartz has cracked the shits and said, "No, fuck this. I was basically promised it. I'm the right choice. I'm the obvious choice. My defense was awesome last year. Just give him. Why don't I just give him the head coach? Like I get what you're saying. They want to hire a young OC guy. Like
Well, he's not. Monken's not the guy.
no, but he's
No,
not
but
the
I
guy.
think he's the stop tap guy, and they just were getting all their intel on all the young guys, and they're not quite ready yet. So it's a gap year, and then they'll get the young
But
guy
you've
next
already
year.
got.
I
a
reckon
well-
it's a 1-year sort of.
I think
operation.
so.
Unless he does really well, obviously.
Oh, that was. I don't think that would even surprise them.
It
If he
looks
did
like
really well.
But what you've done is by now you've essentially weakened the whole organization now because you had Schwartz, who's a gun DC, had a really really high performing defense. He's now left. He's gone.
Or shock and bother, Miles Garrett. Apparently, the trade rumors are ramping up again because he posted something on Instagram about
Yeah.
some cryptic message
because
that
he loves
he's-
Schwartz.
Yeah, he's now
That was
saying
part of the reason
I
why
want
he
out.
stayed.
same with Denzel Ward apparently
Yeah,
came out
Ward.
as
Denzel
well.
Ward
Yeah.
wants out now too because they both loved Schwartz. That's what I'm saying. He had the playing group.
They'll
It
stay.
was the obvious choice.
Well, they
But
have to
it looks like Schwartz is staying because his contract he can't go.
Nah, he the
Pretty hard for
report-
coordinators
The
to.
report I read
to
was that
leave.
he cleared his office out and said bye. Like he left pissed. Like he's done. He's not coming back.
Yeah, they'll have to just fire him.
Wait.
If he doesn't turn up, it's like, oh, I just won't turn up then.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
if
they
he
can't
doesn't
make
turn up,
him
he doesn't get
coach.
paid out.
No, it's only 1 year. Who cares? He'll get
He's a millionaire, bro. He doesn't care.
when they fire him, you'll have another job the next. He's already organising the job, saying, "Hey, once they fire me, I'm all yours." Like I don't know. I thought at one point they were trying to do like a co-head coaching thing, but that obviously fell through because that was the last thing I heard after Monken got
'Cause
hired.
what
is
happened was
they're
they
trying
wanted
to do.
they wanted to hire like different head coaches, But they were like, no, we don't want Schwartz. We want to bring in our own DC.
Which is fair.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
But the whole point was, like, the part of the deal with the Browns was, no, if you're going to come be our head coach, you got to keep Schwartz. Schwartz is part of the deal.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going anywhere. And then when everyone was saying no, then they had to, like, make a decision. And then the only reason they hired Munkin was that I heard was that Munkin was cool with keeping Schwartz as the DC. So now it's completely backfired in your face. Cleveland really need to just give up, hand their license back in and go, no, we gave it a good crack, we're done.
Yeah, but they got Pro Bowlers.
Did they give it a good crack?
Well, they tried. They tried.
Trying and a good crack's two different things.
Yeah, all right, they tried.
Some would say that they're paying their penance for trading for Deshaun Watson. And
Potentially.
that some would be me.
Yeah, and that's fine.
They curse themselves. They made their bed.
They-
Look, good luck to Monken. It's going to
Good
be
luck.
a really...
He's been set up to fail.
Did you see his first? They put again. Why they post this stuff? I don't know. When he saw Shedeur for the first time in his office,
yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, we almost drove. We wanted you last year." And she was like, "Oh yeah,
cool, bro.
yeah. You remember what happened with all that?" And they're like hugging, and it's the most awkward. Coaches and it's a very rare. A coach is like a charismatic person you
At
want
this
to
level,
put. You want to put on screen all the time, right? Just don't post that stuff. It makes you look even worse. Browns keep browning, man.
Browns keep browning.
It's what they do. It's gonna be a disaster.
Shit owners make shit organizations.
Like,
Speaking about shit owners and making shit decisions, Joe Brady's also the head coach of the Buffalo Bills.
This is it's weird for me, right? They fire McDermott. Obviously, we discussed this last week. All this hoopla, they blame, blah, 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 blah. They're all shooting each other in the back.
Sorry, just before we move on, do we all think that was a dumb move, firing McDermott?
Yes, they should just promote
you said that last week and we all agreed.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure.
No, I agree.
I
They should
wanted to
just-
reiterate it in my mind.
They should just promoted Schwartz.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so the...
Were you talking about... You said
I'm
McDermott.
Saying, no, I'm saying McDermott from the Bills. Do we think it's dumb?
Yeah, you
Oh,
said-
the firing. Sorry.
You said this
do we
last
think
week and
it's
we all
dumb?
agreed.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolute
Yeah,
diabolical. And now they've promoted their offensive coordinator, Joe Brady, who at some points last season, rumors were he was on his last legs there anyway. So now because no one wanted to be their head coach, they've promoted him. And
I don't even think they interviewed.
No,
they tried.
I know they interviewed
McDaniels turned him down.
Dayball interviewed. I know that. For
Yeah.
sure.
So they've now, in my opinion, they've fired their head coach, who was their defensive guy. So that weakens their defense immediately. Now you might get a good DC, I don't know, but
The
as of
defense
right
wasn't that
now, the
good
facts
anyway.
we know that the defense is now being diminished, right? And then you
They've actually
promote-
hired a new DC as of an hour ago.
Who was it?
Jim Leonard from the Broncos, assistant head coach.
Okay.
Does he run the Fangio system, does he?
Must do, because he's gone across.
Was he part of the Fangio tree?
Let me look.
I don't know. But either way, they've diminished their defense, and then they've promoted their offensive coordinator, who, from all reports, is on the way out last year. So, what is this telling you?
Well, the stuff that I've consumed is that the owner fired McDermott without consulting anyone.
Yes.
He didn't consult any other head players. He didn't consult Allen. And apparently Allen really likes Brady. But also really likes McDermott.
Yep.
And so he's fired him, and apparently there was a little bit of backlash from Allen, like why'd you do that kind of thing? Mm-hmm. And so part of the reason why he promoted Brady was that A, Allen likes him, and B, he's already in the building, and don't forget, now he's got to answer to the GM.
Bean. Yeah, Brandon Bean. Yeah.
So I think it was a bit of a this is going to be the easiest move to keep everyone happy, because he already answers to Brandon Bean, so nothing else changes. And Allen really likes him, so I'll keep my all-world quarterback happy.
But this is the problem. You're either making changes or you're not making changes.
That's
This
true.
is the most sideways, and you can call it backwards if you want, but this is the biggest sideways step you can
I think
make.
at best it's sideways.
I think where I don't mind it, and there's basically only two reasons why. Firstly, he's in the building, but he may not be running his system. He's running McDermott's system.
Mm-hmm.
So McDermott tells him, we're doing this. We want to operate like this. We want to look like this.
Yep.
And Brady got a lot of head coaching interviews. So within the league, he must be well respected and well liked.
Fair.
So they've got a person in the building there that everyone else wants, so they keep him. And the Bills when Brady was the OC has been the best offense for a few years now. So he's doing something right. So maybe they give him the keys and they go, hey, you run this how you want to run it, because we've been running it how McDermott wants to run it.
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
obviously you've done a good job in that footprint, but now we'll let you do it your way.
Yeah.
I completely disagree with that because
Would you want the stats to say that they're the best?
No. They are. The stats might back up everything that you're saying, but from a eye test point of view, I don't think that any of that has got to do with Joe Brady. I think it's all Josh Allen. And I think
it's very fair.
if you keep everything else the same and swap Josh Allen with someone else, that Bills team are not competing for Super Bowls like they have been, or trying to make AFC Championship game runs. They're picking in the top 10 for the last 5 years.
But they're still good at running their ball, and their O-line is still decent.
Yeah, I see both points.
But they're not competing for championship games. They're picking in the top 10, mate. I'm telling you.
You can't just say you take away the best quarterback in the league and they're going to be crap. That's
no. But what I'm saying is, without Josh Allen, that offense would completely fall apart.
Yeah, I don't think it's
okay,
that complicated. But we don't
Josh
know. Like, has McDermott
but Josh
been
Allen's had
driving
other OCs and they haven't looked as good.
They look pretty good with Daboll. Daboll got a head coaching job out of it. So
I actually think, did they have someone between Brady and
they did.
McDaboll?
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was now. Either way, look, it just feels like a sideways step. You're either making changes or you're not. And they feel like they have...
Was it Nagy?
No, Nagy was at the Chiefs
Yeah,
for a long
Chiefs,
time. Then
yeah.
it was at the Bears. I just think that it's a sideways step to me. You're either refreshing and changing things. This is staying the same without staying the same.
At least the Ravens had the balls to rip the Band-Aid off.
At
least they had the balls.
A year late, but they did. They worked it out.
But you say that, but Jesse Minter came from the fucking Ravens.
Yeah, if the Ravens were smart, and I know this is the ultimate hindsight call, they should have fired Harper 2 years ago and kept McDonald.
Yeah.
Problem was that they made they made the AFC Championship game.
I know, it's
How do
hard.
you
It's
fire
hard.
the coach after
Yeah,
that?
it's challenging.
Minter started his career with the Ravens, and then he went to the Chargers, and now he's come back. So they've done the same thing.
Yeah, but he's got some runs on the board somewhere else. And that might, in fairness, Brady's got some runs on the board. It's just in the building.
Yeah.
So I guess how it works out. Like, I shat on the Cowboys last year for shoddy. I thought it was a terrible, again, sideways move. And it worked out okay. From an offensive point of view, they were one of the better offenses they've had for a long time.
Yeah.
So it can work out. Like I said, all these coaches are hired to be fired. That's the bottom line.
Well,
and
that's
it's
true.
going to be, it's at least it's an interesting plot now to see
I
what
can
happens.
see it working out. The blueprint's there, and they go, hey, you just do now everything you want to do. Because, like, realistically, their defense wasn't stopping a blood nose.
No,
and
it's
that's
pretty bad.
McDermott's bread and butter. At the end of the day, that's what's happened.
Yeah.
So you may as well just go in, get a new defensive coordinator who can overhaul the defense the way that he wants to do it and get the plays that he wants to do. Your offense is humming. You've got one of the best running teams in the last 3 to 4 years. It might be part of the quarterback, but also James Cook is one of the best running backs, and the O-line is good.
Yeah.
O-line's good. Yep.
So maybe that they can mesh that in with the way that he wants to run it. You revamp the defense. Like, I can see a way that it works out well.
A GM better have a good off-season. Got to get got to get a lot of pieces in.
He's embedded now, Breen.
Oh.
If the owner, he's not going to.
Fine, but I'm saying for the performance on the field, especially on the defensive side.
Apparently, they're going hard for George Pickens. That's the rumor.
Okay.
Like, so basically,
I don't hate it.
From reports, they basically said whatever anyone offers you, we'll beat it.
Yeah.
Just tell us what it is, and it's yours, basically. So he's probably going to get $40 million.
Just for the record, Ken Dorsey was the...
Ken Dorsey,
Dorsey
that's it. Yeah,
was.
thanks, Tommy.
He went 5-5 in 2023, and Brady got promoted in season.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah.
Dorsey.
Yeah.
I remember.
That was great pull from you, Tommy. Thank you for that.
No worries.
All right.
Thank Google.
What's no? We're not thinking.
No.
We're thinking you, Tom.
Oh.
All right. Next one, we have the Minnesota Vikings have fired their GM Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah.
Ooh,
I think I said that right.
You did, yes.
I've been practicing for a month, waiting for him to be fired. After 4 years in Minnesota, and I'm actually shocked by the outrage in this because I think there is one reason this guy got fired.
Who's outraged?
Ryan Clark.
Ryan Clark's the main one, but there's a lot of media outrage from it. They think that he doesn't
Why is
deserve
Ryan
it.
Clark outraged?
I think he's drafted one Pro Bowler in 4 years, and the bottom line is that his death certificate was written after the NFC Championship game when Sam Darnold took the Seahawks to the Super Bowl. That's the bottom line.
There's another one.
They had him in the building. Yes, it's
Another one.
Thank heavens there's no fines. I just said thank heavens. Fine me for that.
Thank heavens.
Thank heavens.
I think dinner's on you after that.
Well,
I've got dinner.
to your point, I mean, Minnesota did offer Darnold the contract.
They lowballed
He
him.
got 30 million.
Yeah.
They lowballed
30
him.
million in this economy?
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
a bargain.
Well, I didn't know.
But that's what I mean. I think that, and I'm not saying that he was wrong for that, but he basically assessed it and went that because of those last 2 games last year for Darnold, I don't think Darnold can get it done. And Darnold's gone elsewhere. And the fact that the way he played in that NFC Championship game, it basically shat in their face and said, hey, he can get it done. Maybe we should have wrote it out with him. And that's the bottom line. You're hired and fired on results. And that's
I don't think
it.
I don't think it's as much about the Darnold thing as it is how poor McCarthy is. I think that's
Yeah, and that's another aspect.
Because if McCarthy was halfway decent and you could see signs, that there's justification.
Can you stop calling
there.
his name's 9, okay?
Oh, please stop. I'm
It also
I'm a grown
comes-
man. I'm not calling him 9.
You're calling him
Okay,
9.
stop.
It's also half the issue is Justin Jefferson, about 3 minutes after this news drop, said, if we had Sam Darnold, we would be better. So your best player all of a sudden turns on you and goes, it was a crap choice.
It's not untrue. Like,
No,
There's-
I remember when it happened, and in my true form, I sat on the fence and went, this is a big risk for them. And the whole season for the Minnesota Vikings was based on, is McCarthy going to be a good player? Because they took the risk and it backfired in maybe the worst way it could have backfired.
There's 2 key factors here. The first one is that the Vikings, for a short while now, have been over. I don't want to say. Not over, like not reaching, but
Overachieving, they have.
overachieving is probably a little bit harsh. But yes, like essentially they have been overachieving, and it's through KOC.
Yep.
And KOC's got a hand to play with the whole Darnold thing. So everything's sort of saying that he handpicked JJ. And
But this firing saying it doesn't. This is them picking. This is them saying, hey, you're standing at the firing line. Who's to blame? KOC or Kwesi Adafo-Mensah?
I think the reason
KOC is a great coach. Sorry,
that's
sorry,
it.
big
It's
dog.
just, it's just KOC's a better coach than he's.
Sorry,
a GM.
man.
That's it.
Someone's got to pay for this, and it's you on this.
and that was my
bad.
second point, that KOC's a quarterback whisperer. For you know, I think that well's drying up pretty quickly now. But
in fairness,
around the league, he's that, and he's got this mediocre roster playing better than what it should be. And I think a lot of it is Flores as well. I think Flores has a team that, in my opinion, isn't as talented as some of the other top 10 defenses in the league.
And he coaches it up.
And he's coaching it up. So you've got 2 coaches now that are very good at getting the baseline, the floor higher than what the team
That's very
is.
fair. And
now they just don't have a good team around them.
No, because you could argue, again, as Justin Jefferson said, you throw a few good players on this team and they're competing, right? And they, factually, this is not a how you feel or don't feel about Sam Darnold. This is factually now, they decided, because of the last 2 games last year, that they weren't willing to commit to him long term and they wanted to roll the dice with McCarthy. And it has backfired by McCarthy being maybe the worst quarterback we've seen in the last 10 years.
Along with Darnold.
Yeah. But
Like, George currently still thinks.
Along with
I still think what?
McCarthy being terrible
Darnold
and
and
Darnold
McCarthy
taking
the
his
same.
team to a Super Bowl. It couldn't have backfired worse. Like, it couldn't have been a worse backfiring on them letting Darnold go. That's the
The
bottom
only
line.
thing with the Darnold as well is obviously internally they knew it wasn't just Darnold. They've fully revamped their
100%.
O-line, but it's still the same.
Do you want to go through Kwesi's draft history?
Yes,
of his-
absolutely
It's-
I do, because it's bad.
His first round picks, I'll just go through them. His first draft was 2022. He signed Lewis Sign, safety from Georgia.
He now plays for the Jags, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. His next round 1 in 2023 was Jordan Addison, was a wide receiver.
It's a good pick. Like,
That's a good
but
pick.
He's had. It's not amazing.
2024, his 2 first round picks were JJ McCarthy and Dallas Turner.
And he traded up a first rounder. He traded up 2 first rounders to
Yeah,
get that.
because their next
12th.
pick came in the 4th round.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he sold the fine. Dallas
And
Turner hasn't
Dallas
worked
Turner-
out either.
Yeah, no, he hasn't.
And his first
He
round
might, but he hasn't worked out yet.
and his first round pick in the 2025 draft is Jackson Donovan,
Is that a
Yeah, the
guard?
O-lineman.
left guard.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
O-lineman.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, like, writings on the wall. You're working a 5-year ban. He's just had his 4th year. Sorry, man. Like,
Yeah.
it is what it is. You let Darnold walk. It punishes you. You've had no good players in the first round, which is what everyone ranks you on. You've traded up for a guy. Neither of them will
Actually,
work out.
what they should be ranked on is what they do between rounds 3 to 6.
That's where the real value is.
And free agency.
Yes, that's
Because
right.
who do we think the best GM in the NFL is right now? Howie, right?
I honestly, and I'm not just saying this, I reckon Schneider's got to be up there.
Okay, and they're the two. And what have they got right? Bottom tier, mid to bottom tier free agents. Julian Love's a prime example for the Seahawks.
Well, they traded for him.
No one really wanted him. We'll take him.
Big Cat.
Pro Bowl, Big Cat. Everyone was like, "Oh, why do they want Big Cat?" DeMarcus Lawrence. Like, there's just you can just throw names all the time. And then you've got Saquon, AJ Brown. Like these are moves. Like even this year, with
Jahill
Phillips
Campbell.
and Jalen Phillips came in. Like you're ranked on how you improve your team as a GM, and he hasn't improved his team. Simple as
he
that.
hasn't.
That's just factual.
And he's just got coaches that overachieve.
100%. It's you reap what you sow.
Just as a quick side note, surely the new GM's got to be elbow deep in trying to get Rodgers there. Surely.
But I think it comes down to KOC. I think KOC is going to be on the hot seat, to be honest, next year.
If KOC was smart, he would be bringing in any veteran quarterback.
I think if KOC is smart, he's distancing himself from the Vikings.
Oh, you reckon like making it their decisions to do it?
He'd just be like, hey,
Bring me a quarterback, I'll make it work, sort of thing.
just distance yourself completely, wipe your hands of the whole debacle, go be an OC somewhere else and go get another gig.
No, he's not leaving. Like, he's not going to leave.
Why? What have they got coming up that they've got no talent?
No,
They've got all these old free agents.
There's enough talent on that team.
Who's
for them-
playing running back? They've got no one.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah, but he's like 40.
I think he's
Come on,
actually, I think he's 31.
you can find
Outside
a running
of
back.
Jefferson,
They've also got Jay Jettis. Addison's a good player. Hawkinson's a good
I
player.
was about to say they got Hawkinson, Jay Jetters, and the young kid, the linebacker. Pace.
Calvin Pace, yeah. No, not Calvin Pace. It's the old Jets outside.
They got a solid defense that plays really well under Flores. They got a solid O line. If they brought in a veteran quarterback who can run a competent NFL offense, that is a playoff team.
If Rodgers came in and played like he did for the Pittsburgh Steelers this year, they're probably a playoff team.
100%.
That's all they were
100%.
lacking. Like even McCarthy won a few games, and he was pretty bad.
It was awful, bro.
But they finished second in the division now.
Third, they finished third.
Third, okay.
Because Bears and Packers made it.
Yes, that's right. Correct.
Yeah, no.
I just think things are going to. It's going to be bleak for the Vikings coming up. The Lions are probably going to be better, and now you got the Packers and the Bears. It look like they aren't going to go
It's
away.
a tough division.
It is a tough division. I'd be distancing myself away from that because the talent's not there for him.
If you put a gun to my head right now and said KOC is either fired or got a job after the end of next year, I'd go with fired.
Yeah, I think so.
Potentially.
And again, because he has responsibility for Darnold too. So now with the GM gone, hey, you want a JJ, either make it work or tell us who you want to make it work. If that's Rodgers, cool. But you better make it work.
I don't
with
think
him.
he's got the responsibility for Darnold, but he's definitely got his fingerprints all over the McCarthy thing.
Yep, and that's it. He's got. He has to make it work now. The pressure's on.
Yeah, you can't draft a guy that high and then he's that
Trade up.
terrible. Yeah, trade up, draft a guy that high, he's that terrible and still keep your job. Like,
Yep.
I agree.
Absolutely. All right, let's get to
Also,
next.
just sorry, but when you're wrapping this up, the main reason why he's on the hot seat is because there's going to be a new GM who wants his new coach.
Yeah,
Yeah,
great. Yeah,
potentially.
everything's stacking against him now.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the big top. This is actually a weird one.
I'm not fully up on this, so you guys are going to have to. fill me
So
in.
Denver,
I'll guide you through this
I think.
bad boy.
Have you got a video to play, Tommy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy's got a video.
Someone's
to
going
play.
to screenshot that. That's going to blow up real quick.
So the
There's
story
two
is
gorillas just holding hands. Like this.
Denver Broncos and Sean Payton at odds after the loss. So
This is fucking
basically-
wild.
So what happened is that Sean Payton has come out after they lost and said that Bo Nix had a history of ankle issues.
Hey,
And
just-
to quote, it was not a matter of if, it was a matter of when he was going to have
Can
an
we
ankle
just
issue.
pull this back just a little bit to paint the picture on the whole Denver thing? So, as soon as they lost the game, Lombardi, the OC, gone. See you later.
Yep.
Not even on the plane with the team.
Wow.
See you later. There was two other coordinators just walked straight away because Sean Payton just threw the toys out the cot and just it was an absolute. What were you calling Bill Belichick? Can you just?
This is a weird 96 hours from a team that had, by any objective measure,
So this is
a
man
wildly
who
successful
doesn't get it right a
season
lot, but he got it
that
right.
ended when it
No,
did.
you can't hear it.
One of the
So,
only ways
you
you
gotta
can
read what's on the
lose
screen
a
so we
home
can hear it.
conference championship game,
he's
and
basically
if you handle the
saying
PR right,
after
nobody's
the-
mad at anybody. Got unlucky.
Yeah, fair.
What do you want to see? Our quarterback broke his ankle on the second to last play of the divisional round game, and we were right there. And you know what? If not for a snowstorm and a tipped field goal, might have stolen it. Instead, Sean Payton fired 3 coaches, including his offensive coordinator, who attributes his firing to, and I quote, Sean was in one of his moods. That was strange. And then Bo Nix calls his own press conference. The team didn't set this up. Bo Nix calls his own press conference to correct what he considers misinformation, not from the dark web or AI or bots, but from his head coach. That ain't great. And so it's not nothing that all of a sudden it really sounds like the quarterback of the Broncos is upset with the head coach of the Broncos. That's something, and it's something weird.
So, it pretty damn, because, like, as I said, Nick Wright doesn't get it right a lot of the time, which is bizarre, but he nailed that. Sean Payton has created a divide now between his quarterback and him.
For me, you should never throw your players. For me, if you're a leader of men, you take all the responsibility.
Yep.
And you
none of the credit.
And none of the credit.
Yep.
All he's done in the last week is fire people around him who he thinks are the blame for the loss.
Yep.
And he's thrown his somewhat star young quarterback.
His franchise quarterback is the term.
Yes.
He's their future. He's their guy.
Under the bus. Yep. And not only have you done that, you've said, he's got a history of ankle problems from high school. That we've had multiple of undisclosed surgeries, yada, yada, yada. This is a ticking time bomb. To your star quarterback who's currently rehabbing.
And do you know what he's fucking with? What's the ultimate rule in the NFL, right? You don't fuck with people's money. He is tarnishing him and labeling with a health issue. The biggest red flag in a player in the NFL is health issues, right? Sure. So now he's basically, is he doing this to try and get Bo Nix on the cheap next year?
No, he's not on the contract next year. He's going
to his 3rd year next year. So he's up to re-sign.
Yeah, but they'll get the 5th year option.
He's not a 1st round pick.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he was.
What are you on?
A lot.
It was like
a lot. I've been hiding it from you.
Pick.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, my bad. I think it was 9th even maybe. Anyway, so yeah, but he's up. He's fucking with the guy's money now.
Yeah.
And the fact that Bo Nix called his own press conference without even going to Denver, he's like, "Hey, media, I'm coming to talk. You'll come to listen." And obviously they're like, Story, drama. Drama. Oh my God, it's like Love Island, New Orleans.
Yeah.
I mean, not
Shut
Denver.
up.
That's what it is. This is what these guys are doing.
You've actually lost the plot.
You tell me, media, you don't get that he's calling his own press conference.
It's not Love Island, New Orleans, though.
No, Love Island, Denver. My bad. Oh, wrong city, right name. But he's messing with the guy. It is. This is why franchises fail, and Sean Payton needs. No, I don't think so either. But he needs to tuck his hubris away and stop acting like this.
Is it just as a different point of view from me, as always? Is just a little bit of like a storm in a teacup, and this will all be fine and blow over.
Absolutely.
It'll probably blow over.
I would guarantee you Payton and Bo Nix have already
Not
talked.
in the media. It'll blow over in the media in 8 minutes because that's how short the news cycle is.
Yeah.
In the building, it's probably already finished.
Yeah, they've already had a conversation.
They probably hugged it out already.
And Payton's like, bro, yeah, I shouldn't have said that. That's my bad.
I'm shitty.
I was emotional.
I'm shitty we lost to the shit Pats. We should have beat them by 3 scores. The fucking snow killed us.
I'm shitty that I didn't kick a field goal and then the snowstorm rolled in. Like, that's on me. I should have. Yeah, I guarantee
Honestly, I reckon they've already brought it out.
But it's... what that tells you with Bo Nix is mine now, and his agent and his team, right? His personal brand team know that when shit comes to shit, Payton's going to turn on him. He's shown his colours now.
In all fairness, Bo Nix is probably going to survive Payton there anyway. So
maybe.
How old's Payton?
No, he's not that old. I don't reckon.
64, 65?
I don't get it. I don't get why.
Pretty joined at the hip, those two.
Like, you fire an offensive coordinator who dragged... This feels harsh, but he dragged Bo Nix as far as he could drag him.
That's Sean Payton's offense. Like,
but...
62.
62. Yeah. So, like, as he fired him, because he's like, you're not running my shit properly. Like, after a snowstorm, what was he meant to do? No one could produce offense, man. Like, I don't know. It just feels like a little speed bump that didn't need to happen.
The thing is, you don't know what goes on in the building. There could have been other conversations beforehand where, like, even if they won that game and you know, like whatever, at any point, you couldn't know that OC's papers were already stamped. because of something that happened through the year.
Yeah, you're right.
Or maybe he was just an idiot, like as well. There's that too. Like Sean Payton,
Was it
call him what
Lombardi?
you want.
Yeah, it was Lombardi. Yeah.
You Sean Payton, call him what you want. He's a pretty high level guy. Like he's a pretty high processing kind of guy. Like I can't see him like suffering fools. Like if
This
he thinks
just
someone's
feels
an
like
idiot.
this
No,
feels
but
like
he's
an
got a
emotional
history of
reaction.
this.
Of course, he's got a history of it. He's also got a history of winning a lot of fucking games too.
Yeah, fair.
So that's
Got
all
a
I'm
history
saying.
of choking a lot of big games too.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I don't know. It's just a little weird story
it's
that
very weird.
you're
I
creating a bit of a divide
I
unnecessarily.
don't-
If you
I
ask me,
don't- no, you don't normally see.
fire your coaches, do all that shit. Don't shit on your franchise.
Yeah,
players.
I don't like
normally see
shitting on
head
players.
Coaches throwing players
Bringing
under.
up old
Yeah,
injuries.
that's very weird.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
Unless-
Maybe it came from a, hey, we knew he had these injuries. Like we knew this was going to happen at some point. We're going to get him fixed up right now, and it's not going to be a problem in the future. But it didn't sound like that.
No, it definitely didn't.
And it might be one of those things that's very well known within the league circles, but it probably doesn't need to be aired out to the media.
Yes, very fair.
yeah, even speaking about it is strange.
Yeah.
There's no point
Yeah.
even mentioning it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
we
just-
lost the game. The snowstorm killed us. Good luck to the Pats. That's it.
good luck to the Pats. No way. No good luck to those guys.
That's
All right.
George's team.
Yeah, absolutely. My
He's
team.
riding them harder than his
I'm
missus.
riding them.
Hey,
amen to that.
team of destiny. I've heard. All right, Tommy, what's next?
We just got two more quick ones. We'll just quickly look at the assistant coaches
The
that we've
arse
got
coaches.
at the arse coaches. There's been a couple of, I think the big shout out,
Never heard that before.
Chris O'Leary, who's the new DC at the Chargers, has come from Michigan, West Michigan. So
Oh, yeah, I saw that actually. That's
he,
good.
he's got a big jump up.
Jim Harbaugh's fingerprints all over that.
Yeah, exactly right. New DC in Green Bay is going to be good. Can't read his name.
I definitely can't because it's tiny.
McDaniel's new IC.
But you
in
know how to
San
work with
Diego.
tiny things, Jay. So.
Yeah.
Got him.
McDaniel's new IC in San Diego. That's really good.
Yeah. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Anyway, and yeah, Declan Doyle. I'm just going to shout out because I'm a Ravens guy. He's the OC from the Bears, so I think he'll be a good pick up there.
Yeah, that's nice. And then the Cowboys pilfered some Eagles guys.
Yeah,
smart by them.
That's very smart. Bieniemy returning as OC in Kansas.
Yeah.
I think that's a good move
That's
for
a good move
Kansas
for
City.
them. Yeah, I think so too.
Andy Reid obviously is very comfortable with him, wants him to be a part of wants him back in the organization. Like, it's not his fault some shit went awry with
Pretty
him.
high powered.
It was a weird
Pretty
thing.
high powered offense when he was there.
I was just
Yeah.
about
In
to
the
say.
building too.
I was just about to say he had his fingerprints over developing what we know Kansas City is. He stepped away from the franchise for a little bit, and then they're going into a rebuild, obviously. So I think that's a really smart hire.
Yeah, I got him here now. Jonathan Gannon's the new DC at Green Bay.
Yes.
Oh,
I
that's
like
a
that.
great
That's a
hire.
great
hire.
I didn't know that. That's outstanding.
And Durante Jones, who is the new DC in Washington as well. So
Daboll is a new.
Hired to be fired.
Yeah, where did
Daboll's a
Dable
new-
go?
New OC in
The Titans.
You know
Titans.
what? Credit to the Titans. They've probably got the other. I think McDaniel's the best OC on the market, but they've probably got the second best guy. He can work with. He's got a history of developing quarterbacks. Like
Yep.
he did an okay job with Daniel. He did a great job with Josh Allen. An okay job with Daniel Jones with limited talent, in my opinion. That's not just a Daniel Jones sniper.
And
like the
Dart
whole
looked
team.
fine when Dable was there.
And did a great job with Dart. Like he wanted Dart. You could argue
Yeah.
if he started Dart earlier, he might still have a job. But that was the only.
And you don't
the
know what
GM's
happened
choice.
there. And one thing before we jump off the Titans, we praise all these teams that have a head coach and an experience. So a head coach in one area, offensive, defense, an experienced head coach as a coordinator. And now the Titans are following suit. So hopefully in a couple of years' time, they're out of the cellars of the NFL. And this blueprint has propelled them into being some sort of competent football
Well,
team.
obviously, ownership have said, "Oh, we need to do something here. We need to start taking this a little bit seriously."
And and probably the big signing.
well, they have. Well, because they got, like you said, Salah. He had a fantastic year as DC.
Apparently,
in the
they blew.
Niners.
They offered to Salah. He was amazing. Apparently,
Yes, yeah.
And then they were like, "What are we going to do to make this work?" Like,
I don't think
you're
Salah's,
not leaving the building.
I don't think Salah's that good as a head coach. And I
But
think
you know-
the
you know what I
insurance policy of having Dable in the building's very good.
Yep.
I think Salah is what you said before. He's a floor raiser, and he proved it in San Fran.
Yep.
With
Yeah.
limited talent, he was able to piece together a very competent defense. He'll have to do the same thing in Tennessee, and
They've got some okay players.
Yeah,
though.
Yeah,
got
they
some
do.
okay,
They
got some
played
young
hard
talent.
towards
They got
NBA.
Jeffrey Simmons, some guy named Bullock that I'd never heard of.
And they're gonna
That's
bring
on
in-
me.
He's in Titans. They've got a Bullock as well.
They're going to bring in more players,
Yeah,
obviously,
the Titans.
and then
Texans.
The really
Texans.
smart
Oh.
thing is bringing in Dayball, who's basically another head coach, and just saying, dude, you run the offense. I don't want to know anything about it. I'm going to worry about the defense. You run the offense. And hopefully they can have a half-competent franchise next year.
I just want to say something. When we were talking about Bullock before, I thought we meant a Bullock from the Titans. I know the Bullock from the Texans. I thought, there's another one? That's my mistake.
And also the big one is Sean Mannion, who's gone to the Eagles,
so he was
the OC.
He's going to be the new OC in Philly.
Do you like that?
Look, I don't hate it, only
It
because...
was Howie's choice.
But yeah, it was handpicked by Howie. Apparently he was really great so they interviewed him twice. Really great in the interviews. Sirianni wanted to hire...
Where's he from? Is he quarterback coach from Green Bay?
Green Bay,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
So he did some really good work with Jordan Love and Malik Willis, obviously. Now he's got a Super Bowl MVP to work with. He's really good.
Who did Sirianni want?
Another one.
Sirianni wanted Jim Bob Cooter.
Jim Cooter. What a throwback.
That sounds like a slur.
He was the Giants OC for a while, if I remember correctly.
So and I think he wanted
Jim Bob
Cooter. And obviously Howie's like, no. The last
Shout out to Cooter.
The last time I picked an OC, there was a parade in the main street of Philly, so maybe I'll pick the next one.
Very fair.
Very fair.
Well played.
Falcons got Sirianni's got not Sirianni. Steichen's guy from the Browns as well.
Oh yeah, who's the
Tommy Rees.
Tommy Rees.
And Craig Aukerman, who's their special teams guy. He's one of the only ones that wasn't a DC or an OC got picked. So
The
Falcons have got a
other one I
completely
didn't
new
like
line.
is the guy that the Lions hired, Drew Petzik from the
He's
Cardinals.
really high
From the
regarded.
Cardinals.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
No,
he's,
apparently, I thought the same thing. Apparently,
really
he's
highly
very well liked. A
yeah.
lot of teams wanted him.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And so's apparently Patrick Graham, who's gone to the Steelers as well. I think.
He's a young guy.
Yeah.
I think that they're.
I think
they grooming. I think they're grooming him for when McCarthy's gone.
Yeah, I think.
McCarthy got the job because of his ability to groom young quarterbacks. That is actually the quote.
Okay.
It obviously means develop.
Yeah, we understand.
I think I think the Steelers are going to look a
show
lot
restraint.
different this next season, and I think it's going to.
Who's going to play quarterback for him?
Yeah.
Because
Rudolph.
there's
Next question.
There's not many of them.
Rudolph.
Not many
Speaking
at pick 20 in the draft.
One thing that's consistent is a lot of these hirings, a lot of good young talent coming through. So I could see at least 2 or 3 head coaches there coming up in the next few years. Gannon will get another shot for sure.
I rate Gannon, yeah.
I think Christian Parker will get a good job as well.
Dayball, if he does well in Tennessee, will definitely get another shot.
Yeah.
There's at least 2 or 3 there.
Yeah,
Will
for
have
sure.
another shot.
All right, and finally, award that we hold dear here at the Vault because
Here we go.
it is the Protector of the Year.
Oh, this
Got
is
their finalists.
the shittest award.
God, I hope Brewster wins it from the Dolphins. I know he won't, but God, I hope he does.
Brewer. What is wrong? Are you having a stroke?
Jesus
I don't know.
Christ.
Do you know how small that writing is up there?
Well, you don't know the player from the jersey?
I thought his name was Brewster.
What are you talking
Nah,
about?
Brewer.
The 75-inch TV that's above my head right now.
Nah, Brewer's
55
the
inch
start.
okay?
Oh, sorry.
And it's not my mum's basement, it's my basement, okay? So just back off.
Brewer was start. I think all these guys are deserving. We've got
It's
Craig-
Penasals.
yeah,
It's Penasel,
Creed Humphrey.
I think Bowles had a better year. personally.
Bowles was fantastic.
Shout out to Garrett Bowles.
Joe
he
Tooney
was he was almost on the way out 2 years ago. Most penalised tackle in the league, performing at a very low level, and then bang, turned it around. Funnily enough, when Payton came around,
good
but
for him. Yep.
well done. Like he was almost labelled as a massive bust, and he turned it around really well.
They kind of also think Joe Tooney could do pretty well as well. He had a really good season.
I
with
think
the Bears.
he was good.
Look, if any of them win it, I'm not going to have an issue. They're all.
I
Very,
like
very
Brewer.
good
Brewer had a
players.
really good year too.
I would love Brewer to win it because he's just such a little tank. I love him, but I think it'll be Sills or Bowles.
I think Brewer's fantastic, but I just don't think the award's made for zone blocking linemen. Like,
Yeah,
Were you about to say
I don't even
centers? Were you about to have a shot at centers?
I don't even think it's going to.
yes, you know what? This award's shit.
It's going to go to a tackle.
I don't even give a
It's not going to go
shit.
to an interior lineman.
Yeah.
It's Penasals or Bowles. Oh yeah, go for it.
Well, last year it was Dion Dawkins. He won the inaugural one. So there's your sort of.
No, isn't this the first one?
Nah, Dion Dawkins won it last year.
Okay.
That was the first one.
I don't even remember that. I should remember that. Anyway, all right, is that it, Tommy?
Yeah, let's wrap us up.
Do we have any questions on the
tickety
TikTok?
tock?
No.
No, okay,
Sick.
cool. All right.
Shout out to those.
Shout out to the TikTok. Stop it, Scotty. All right. Make sure you follow us on all our social medias.
Yes, please.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Give us a subscription, a follow, whatever it is. Just click, bash the bell, bash whatever you got to do. Goes a long way to help us. And shout out to our friends at the Sporting Globe Churnside Park for all their support. Super Bowl ticket QR code on the screen.
And stay
load it
tuned
up.
for our Super Bowl preview show. Where
There
I'm
it is
coming-
again.
I'm coming in guns.
This is coming from the guy that said he would definitely not say it. I reckon you've said it the most.
I think
by
I've,
far.
I think I've said
No,
it.
I'm advertising the show, Scott. It
Yeah,
doesn't
you're not meant
count.
to
It's
talk
called
about it.
marketing,
It
Scott.
doesn't count.
It does.
I'm
Get your
coming
head
in-
out of your ass.
Just
coming
shout
in
out for
guns
JA as
blazing.
well.
Good heavens.
You know what? I think I was trying not to. Yeah, I'm not
Thank
going
you.
to. It was
Thank you.
All right,
it was
let's wrap
awful.
this up. Jesus
All right, peace out,
Christ.
everyone. See you Thursday.
Ciao.